Guys, Jesse here, capturing time. Uh, this is a pretty cool little video I'm about to do here. At least it is, in my opinion. I finally was able to make it happen. Another Strider. This time in the all black Lego S&G with the flame titanium. So I want you guys to sit back and enjoy the video while we do some close-ups and talk about what I think that makes Strider knives so badass but so overly frickin' priced. Alright, so here we have the Strider S&G Lego and PD1 micro melt with the Bowie blade. That's the grind. Of course, you guys know the Lego just means it's the old school, show side G10. It's all, one piece up here at the top. The back spacers milled one piece into the show scale. Flame titanium backside for the frame lock side. Of course, that's pretty much I don't want to say standard, but that's pretty much typical with your Striders, especially your old school Striders. So what do I think about this knife? Well, I have tried to buy several Striders since I purchased my last Lego, and the ones that I've tried to purchase were full titanium models. And of course, I've said this before, as soon as you're in the checkout line and you go to put your information in, and boom, it kicks you back, says there's an issue with the cart. By the time you go back, they're empty. They're all out of stock. So what do I think about this knife? Well, I think it's an American-made, awesome knife. I think ergonomics-wise, I don't feel like there's a better knife that I truly own that has better ergonomics than Strider. That being said, I think the tolerances when you first get them out of the box are shitty. They have horrible lock stick. Listen to this shit. Horrible lock stick, okay? Now you're talking, I think this one was somewhere around 650, 700. I don't really remember. It was like 600 and something bucks, okay? Typically they're like 600 to 750. Sometimes they can go all the way up to 800, and that's at his drops. Now, I'm not talking on the secondary market. And for what you get, it's just, I don't think it's anywhere as good, okay, as a Chris Reeves. Don't get me wrong. I think I've been bit by the Strider bug. And I think it's just because, like I said before, they're so Instagrammable, they're freaking sick, it's badass. It's like, the kick-ass, badass, American-made knife brand. But, you look at knives like Chris Reeves, or even, McNeese. Sorry. You look at knives like McNeese. I mean, the machining on these are second to none. Just like on the Chris Reeves or on the Hinderer. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't believe the machining on the Hinderer is on the same level as like, the Chris Reeves or the McNeese, but this knife for sure has great tolerances, the detents, so-so. Been around forever. I believe he started his journey in the fire service, and you know, there grew his passion for knives. But you know, I'm not trying to just ramble on. And you know, this gives you also too, I'm new to this YouTube stuff, guys, so size comparison, you know, with the Nkosi, pretty much, you know, hand in hand, you know. I would say, you know, the pocket clip on the S&G is a little bit better, but the Chris Reeves definitely carries better in the pocket, for sure. More slim, profile, just carries a lot better. And I've really broke this sucker in. Look at this. I might even be able to get a Spidey flick, maybe. Yeah. I've really broke this guy in. Really wore the piss out of it. Just sharpened it. Excuse my kids upstairs. They are very loud. But super awesome nail biter. I just picked up the Work Sharp. The new one. I can't remember the actual model. Anyways, the new Work Sharp, the one that comes with like multiple stones, it's like 150 bucks. It's like the Performance Elite or some shit. Not the $400 one, it's the one under that. It doesn't have the digital gauge to be able to set your, you know, your angle, you know, for your edge. But anyways, yeah. I know I'm kind of getting off the subject at hand here, but anyways, bottom line, super awesome knife. But like I said, now, once you break them in and you've wore it for, you know, you've carried it for a while, and you get rid of that lock stick, and you know those phosphor bronze washers just, you know, seat real good into that the PVD that they use, or whatever. Just once you open this thing like 300 times, 400 times, you use a little bit of some and what I use is the KPI knife pivot lube, but use a little bit of that and just, you know, work it, and once this sucker breaks in, I mean, like my last one, I couldn't get it out of my pocket. It is just freaking awesome. But out of the box, dude, it's almost like they don't go through their knives and like check every one of them perfectly. There's a girl on their Instagram that does every one of their drops. I don't know if it's his wife or his daughter. She's the one flicking them open. And I don't know if she's the one. I mean, dude, look at this. Look at this. You know, I don't know if she's the one that's checking them before they go out. I know it's kind of a known thing. If you looked at Edged Mindset, you know, he tells you all about it. Some Striders just ain't for some people, you know. They don't have the best blade centering. They don't have, you know, they come at lock stick, you know, they blah, 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 blah. But they're still awesome knives. And when they break in, they are freaking one of the best. They just, I believe, they are way overpriced. This knife should be $400. I just don't see, and why I'm the idiot that continues to, now this is my second one, and I would have bought more, but, you know, I mean, look at this. This knife here was a little bit under 600 bucks. Look at the machining on this McNeese. It is second to none. I mean, they got it going on. I really want to pick up the the smaller version. I forget what they call it, but super good looking knife. A lot smaller than the Dixon here, but anyways, guys, thanks for listening to my not really gripe, but just wanted to give you guys my opinion on this. Everybody stay happy, stay healthy, take care.